Let's talk about my top 5 favorite films that I watched at South by Southwest 2025 that needs to be in your radar. In my number 5 is a film called Life Hack. It's a found footage film with the perspective of a webcam, and it's a Bitcoin heist as well. But it's a lot of fun. It has so much depth and so much going on, but it's hilarious and exciting and thrilling and sometimes intense. It makes my heart pumping in a couple moments in the film, and it's one of the pleasant surprises that I watched in South by Southwest. I went in knowing nothing about this movie, with the exception that this is a found footage film, and I had a blast watching it. It had me on the edge of my seat throughout the runtime of the film, knowing what's going to happen and want to know what's going to happen and how this film going to wrap it up. It has a lot of depth going on with the characters and how the characters, who are they, why they're there for in the first place, and what is the reason why. And these 4 main leads have 3 dimension into them. They have depths, and it's natural. It felt real that these are human beings just at one point just want to hang out with their friends, and it led to another that kind of changed their lives basically, and it's a lot of fun. I went in knowing nothing about this movie, and it took me by surprise. It's a ton of fun, and what makes this film work is not only the direction but the actors, the performances. They are the heart and soul of Life Hack. If their characters are not believable, this film would fall apart in the first 10 minutes of the film. But what makes this film work in the first place is the performances, the characters, and they are 3-dimensional. They're not 2D at all. It felt fleshed out. They are fleshed out. They have backstories. They have reason why they're doing this in the first place and who they are as, group of friends, and just is a great hidden gem. Whenever this film is going to come out, doesn't have a release date, but if this movie comes out really soon, please check out Life Hack. It is a ton of fun. One of the better found footage movie that is very creative and unique and fun. My number 4 goes to It Ends, directed by Alexander Olom, which is his feature debut, and what an exciting feature debut it is. It Ends grabbed my attention knowing what this film is going to be, and the characters. It's all about the characters and the motivation and what the characters thinking through, and what this whole plot, this whole idea is going to execute. The main reason I enjoyed It Ends is for the characters and how the characters feeling, and how what's the situation they are dealing with, and this mystery, this mysterious road that they're leading up to is somehow torturing their minds and how they think of themselves as a human being. It's a brilliant, unique directorial debut with a lot of precision and care, and it does feel like a student film, but it's one of the better student films that feel natural and caring, and it's well made, it's well put together, and it's one of those films that you need to go in blind and knowing nothing about this movie. Obviously, there are no trailers for this film, except with the exception of a still image. But what makes this film work in the first place, not only is its direction is very strong and has so much attention to detail to the characters, and making us care for the characters, and making us join to the ride along with the characters. But the performances are a standout in this film, and what makes the film work in the first place. Without the characters, we don't have a movie. This film has the character, and the characters feels like we're with them along the journey, and we're trying to figure out what this mystery is happening. How are we gonna get this out of the situation that they are in? And it's a great film that everyone should check out, and I hope the director Alexander and the rest of the cast have the moment to shine, and that feels like they are the next generation of filmmakers and performers that feel so exciting and so wonderful. I was delighted with this film. I feel satisfied by the end of the film. How it wrapped it up has a lot of depth, a lot of emotion, and the film has something to say with the characters trying to figure out and what the character's thinking, what the character wants to say. Is really an engaging film. My number 3 go to The Rivals of Messiah King. This is the long-awaited return of Matthew McConaughey, returned to the big screen after 6 years of break from acting, and this film blew me away. As soon as the first 5 minutes of the film starts, I knew this film is going to be something special. This film is wholly unique. It's a type of film I've never seen that feel refreshing and exciting, yet enjoyable and engaging. Matthew McConaughey's performance in this film is incredible. The whole entire cast bring their A game, and that brought something not only feels wholesome, but at the same time real and human and just wonderful. And the music in this film is so good. I need to own those songs and then listen. It's been stuck in my head since after I saw this film for the first time in South by Southwest at the Paramount Theater. Could not stop thinking about this film and how refreshing this film is and wholly unique. And it's one of the rare films that the tonal shift changes actually works, and it feels just so delicious. This film is delicious, and I was thoroughly engaged by it, by the performances, the music, the direction is so strong. Speaking of direction, I need to check out The Vast of the Night, which is the same director of this film, The Rival of Messiah King. Man, what a film. What a pleasant surprise that blew me away. I went in knowing nothing about this movie, with the exception that Matthew McConaughey is in this film. And who knew that this film would have floored me? It floored me. I mean, everything about this movie felt real and lived in. And I loved every minute of it, and I cannot wait to rewatch this film. And The Rivals of Messiah King need to be in your watch list as soon as this film ends. Go to Letterboxd, find that film, and add to your watch list. It's that good of a film that I hope it get picked up, get a release date, and open for everyone to see. And it's a beautiful film. It's enjoyable, it's engaging, it's funny, it's wholesome, it's relaxing at times because the music is beautiful and wonderful, and I loved this film. I loved every minute of this film. That's why it's my number 3. Number 2, this was one of my most anticipated films of 2025, and I got to watch it on literally the first day at the midnight screening at the Paramount Theater. That film called Together. Together is a film that premiered at Sundance, and one of my closest friends who saw it at Sundance literally texted me and he said, "You're going to love this movie." And I was hoping it gets a South by Southwest, premiere, whatever. And it did. It premiered in South by Southwest at the first day at the midnight screening. And man, this film rules. Together, starring Alison Brie and Dave Franco, blew me away. One of the better horror movies that I've seen in recent years. That one engaged me, two spooked me, which is really rare for a horror movie in nowadays that it never spooked me. This film spooked me, actually spooked me, and is funny and horrifying at the same time. It's a body horror, a film that you only need to see that one trailer and that's it. Do not see the other trailers because it's the film that's best possible to see it blind as possible and knowing nothing about this movie, with the exception that it stars Alison Brie, Dave Franco, and it's a body horror movie. That's all you need to know. And I adore this film. I want to see it again. I could not stop thinking about this movie. There are 3 scenes in this film I just cannot stop talking about it and thinking about it. It's a scene stiller. And as soon as the film ends, I knew this was going to be my top 5 favorite films of 2025 out there. Just Together is an incredible film that you all need to check out. Coming out in August, I believe. You should need to see this film. You need to see this film. The hype was real. Just love Together. fantastic film. Lastly but not least, my number one favorite film that I watched at this year's South by Southwest is the little film called Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. This film blew me away. This film made me laugh so damn hard, I almost died from laughing it. This is a film, while I was laughing, I was questioning, how the hell did they make this movie? How? I was questioning as a filmmaker mind, as an editor mind, knowing how the hell did they do that? How? This film is a one-of-a-kind film. It's the film directed by Matt Johnson, who did Blackberry, an excellent film that you should all check out. This is a comedy from their web series show, and is unique. It's different. It's a film I've never seen before. It is refreshing. It's exciting. It's hilarious, and I need to see this film again. The sad thing, we're not gonna get this film in America, at least in a couple years, because this film is copyrighted nightmare. It is copyrighted heavy. There's a reason why this film is filled with copyright stuff, because it plays a big part in the movie. I'm not gonna spoil it because there's no trailer, there's a still image, but that's it. I mean, Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie is a film that just blew me away, just blew my mind. I was just dying laughing so hard. I had a great time with this movie. It is a one-of-a-kind movie that I never seen. It's a guerrilla filmmaking style. It is very low budget, but it's very creative, very unique, and very exciting. And I love every minute of this film. There's some jokes I probably missed because I was laughing so hard, and I really want to see it again, but it's not gonna happen. At least Canada, they're going to release it really soon, hopefully soon. I don't know when, but it was because it was funded by Canada. But in America, we're not gonna get this movie a year and a half probably, because they need to cut this movie down. I don't know how they're gonna cut this movie down, because this film is filled with copyright nightmare. I love this film to death. There's heart. There's exciting moments. There just moments that just cannot believe they did that. I just cannot believe that. I just witnessed this film. I just cannot believe it happened. It's real. It exists. It's out there. It's insane. This is a rarity of a treasure that I found that will never be seen in public in a year and a half or 2 years. I don't know when they're gonna release this film. But I'm just glad and grateful that I watched this film in the rawest form. You know what I mean? The purest form. I love this film. I really do. I think people need to add this in your watch list because it's a one-of-a-kind film. I just cannot believe this film was made and it's so well put together, and it doesn't feel out of place or whatever, but it feels natural. It flows beautifully, and man, I cannot stop thinking about this movie. Some of the jokes, some of the scenes, the character moments, it's just ingrained into my brain after I watched this movie. And after I watched this movie in South by Southwest, I knew I want to see it again. Man, Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie is incredible. I love that film. It is one of a kind. That's what I can say. It's one of a kind. And I hope you all get to see it the way I saw it. But yeah, that is my top 5 favorite films that I watched at South by Southwest 2025. Please have these films in your radar. Have this film in your watch list. Please. Especially Together. Together's coming out really soon. But yeah. Have a good one. Take care.